Hi, I'm Mark Bryant with our previews of the Big South basketball season for 2023-24. Joining me now, I'm very happy to have first-year head coach Alan Huss of High Point University. Welcome, Coach. Thank you for the time.
Glad to be here.
All right, let's get right into this. This is your first head coaching job. How's the transition been into the new role, and what challenges have you experienced out of the gate here?
Yeah, I don't think anyone that's ever sat in this chair for the first time would tell you that it's easy. There's certainly challenges. I don't know that I can name just one or two. There's probably one or two or 10 every day. But the people have been great. You know, we've hit the ground running. We've tried to retool a roster that was severely depleted in the transfer portal, and feel comfortable with where we are.
Well, for those new to you and the Panthers here, how would you describe your coaching style and what's different for this year versus what we may have seen before from High Point?
Yeah, I'd be pretending if I told you exactly that I knew exactly what they did in the past. I've watched a few of their games. I've watched some of their league games from the past year. But my coaching style, I would tell you that we are first and foremost trying to play extremely fast. I think we've got some players that are very skilled. And I think when you have players like that, the best thing you can do as a coach is get out of their way. That's what I aim to do, is to give them a little bit of instruction and then ultimately let good players make good plays. And it doesn't get a whole lot more complicated than that, as long as the guys develop some discipline and some trust in one another. And that's what we've spent the fall trying to accomplish.
So now you've had at least a little time there. Who are you counting on to lead this year's squad among both returnees and newcomers? Who are the leaders?
I think that's a little bit of a work in progress. Abdoulaye Thiam, who was a double-digit scorer a year ago for the previous regime, he's a guy that's definitely separated himself. Duke Miles, who's a newcomer, is a guy that over the course of the spring and the summer and the fall, or I guess just the summer and the fall for him, he's really created some separation. He's one that we'll really count on. He's a transfer from Troy in the Sun Belt that's got a lot of seasoning behind him. After that, there's a lot of guys that are really, in battles right now for minutes. And Liam McChesney's got a little bit of a health deal that's set him back, and I don't know exactly what his return to play situation is. So he was definitely one of the better ones in the summer, but we've been without him for a little bit, so it's given some other guys some opportunities to step up. And I think our three freshmen have been really good. I think we're excited about all three of them being impact guys. His first year, but ultimately I don't know if that means it's a good or a bad thing, because freshmen typically in college basketball in 2023 aren't the centerpieces of terribly successful teams. So we hope to change that mentality, because I think our guys are really talented and ready to help.
Well, you have a 13-game non-conference schedule ahead of you before you get to the 16-game Big South schedule. So that non-conference slate includes the Gulf Coast Showcase. Who are some of the notable opponents you've got on the lineup, and particularly maybe who's coming to High Point?
Well, in the Gulf Coast deal, we start off with Iona, who's a tournament team from a year ago. Obviously, Coach Patino went on to St. John's, and they've retooled now, new coach, new team, but they're obviously a program that's had a ton of success. So I think we're excited to play them. We've got some regional rivals playing UNC Greensboro and playing North Carolina A&T. We returned to Wofford this year. We've got a lot of people from the area. I'm obviously new to this area, but I think our fans will be excited to see those regional rivalries kind of both continue to end, a couple of which will be renewed for the first time in a few years. So I think we're excited about those. Excited about the Big South. We've got a lot of unknowns and a lot of guys that are really grinding, trying to figure out what their roles are going to be. So there's a lot of unknown right now, and I think right now a lot of excitement.
But speaking of something exciting, you get the privilege of being the host team for the championship this year. The 2024 Hercules Tires Big South Basketball Championship will be played at the Kubain Center. So what does that mean for you? What are you telling your team about this opportunity for this year?
Firstly, I'm very excited about it. Anytime you have an opportunity to play potentially 3 basketball games, additional games on your home floor in college basketball, it's something to get excited about. But then when you compound that with the fact that our students will be in session during that period of time, that you need to have them on campus to have experience postseason basketball. And it's a beautiful facility. I think just the entire league will be excited about it. Just it's a neat place. We'll be a great host. As far as our team goes, we mentioned it briefly. It was the big buzz there for a 10-day period or so, but we've got 29 or so games we've got to worry about before we get to the Big South tournament. So in due time, we'll certainly give it its due.
Well, we're excited to see how it all turns out, how it plays out for you. Welcome to the league, and best of luck to you and to all the Panthers this year. And thank you for watching another of our previews for the 2023-24 season in the Big South.